Eric can help you address any potential costly mistakes. To get Eric Heckman at Heckman Financial's complimentary checklist, call or text LIST to 800-454-1184. See if you got it right. Take the checklist challenge today. Call or text LIST to 800-454-1184. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered through Heckman Financial and Insurance Services Inc. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal.
This is Dennis Prager. I am excited to announce the all-new Pragertopia Plus. You can listen to my show whenever it's convenient for you, all commercial-free and all on demand. Now with Prager Plus, search topics, guests, and segments all the way back to 2010. And now a truly exciting new benefit. My monthly online video get-together for Pragertopia Plus members only. This is where for an hour each month, Pragertopia Plus members get an exclusive chance to ask me anything. That's right, anything. It's on video. I'll be talking to you and answering your questions. We may even have a special guest every now and then. I've never done this. Submit your questions for me at Pragertopia.com. This is only available to Pragertopia Plus members. This is our chance to connect like never before. Go to Pragertopia.com or click the banner at DennisPrager.com.
The Dennis Prager Show on 860 AM. The Answer.
Well, if you'd like to fight for the country, one of the ways is to be aware of groups that are fighting. Not even a fund request. It's just, be aware of them. Just get on their mailing list. And Job Creators Network is in my top 5, maybe top 3. I mean, they're extraordinary. Fighting on behalf of the middle class and small businesses in particular. And they want you to know what they're doing. I want you to know what they're doing. Lower taxes, less government, less red tape. These are the battles to save this country. Among the battles, help protect small business and the American dream itself. Go to Join JCN. Join a membership. Don't pay money. Just join their battle. Join JCN.com. Slaughter of, what is the number? I don't have the number here. Let me see here. They killed 12 young people, 40 are injured here. Kids, non-Jewish kids, like Arab kids, playing soccer, slaughtered by Hezbollah. I have said all of my life that people do not recognize evil in their time, they only recognize evil afterwards. This was the case with communism. Now people are more willing to acknowledge how evil the Soviet Empire was, but when Ronald Reagan called the Soviet Union an evil empire, the entire liberal world erupted, condemned by 50 American newspapers. Oh, it's not an evil empire, the Soviet Union, of course not. Same with Hezbollah and Hamas, where you have scum, the lowest form of humanity, taking over colleges, who are, they not only, they go beyond morally equating Israel and Hamas. They are pro-Hamas. Yeah, it's quite something, and Hezbollah for that matter. So they slaughtered 12 kids, and then they say it wasn't from us. Everybody knows it was from them. The same exact Iranian-made missile that was sent over the next day from Hezbollah in Lebanon. But because it wasn't Jewish kids slaughtered, they denied that they did it. They only want to slaughter Jewish kids. And there are any number of Jews who support them. It is quite something. I wrote a piece, you should look it up, it's called Sick Jews. The White House National Security Council said Sunday that the United States' support for Israel's security is ironclad and unwavering against all Iran-backed threats, including Hezbollah. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken said Sunday that it was important to prevent the situation from escalating, quote, "We're in conversations with the government of Israel, and again I emphasize its right to defend its citizens and our determination to make sure they're able to do that. But we also don't want to see the conflict escalate." Is that sort of denying the first part? Of course you can defend yourself, but you can't escalate it. Yeah, you should allow your children to be slaughtered. Because if you respond, you're escalating. But we're completely committed to you. Anthony Blinken is not what we would call a giant. In Majd al-Shams Sunday, the community began burying the dead who ranged in age from 10 to 20 years old, while survivors fought for their lives in hospitals. The strike injured around 40 people. The rocket carried a 50 kilogram, 110-pound warhead, an unusually heavy payload. Yes, and then they have the powerful editorial of the Wall Street Journal. Weakness won't deter Hezbollah after its soccer field attack. A strong show of U.S. support for Israel would do far more to prevent a larger regional war. Hezbollah's rocket attack on Saturday killed 12 children and wounded more on a soccer field in Israel's Golan Heights. The response to the West has been weakness and a lack of resolve, continuing the message of recent months that has led to the brink of a larger regional war. Something different is needed to alter Hezbollah's calculus before Israel has no choice but to act. The media seems stuck on the question of who fired the rocket. Hezbollah first claimed an attack in the area, but issued a denial when it became clear the dead children were Druze Arabs, not Jews. I'm wondering if the New York Times has made that point, that Hezbollah denied that they had sent it when they found out it wasn't Jewish kids that they had murdered. Yeah, I'd like to know how that was covered. Israel identified the rocket as the Iran-made Falak 1, quote, a model that is owned exclusively by Hezbollah. Given that Hezbollah began firing on Israel on October 8th last year and has since shot more than 6,000 rockets and missiles, this isn't a murder mystery. The European Union's foreign policy chief wouldn't name the attacker. How's that? For the EU. Wow. Whose statement called for, quote, an independent international investigation and urged, quote, all parties to exercise utmost restraint and avoid further escalation. The Wall Street Journal writes, translation, we won't have Israel's back when it defends itself. That's correct. Vice President Kamala Harris didn't help deterrence on Thursday when she criticized Israel's prosecution of the war in Gaza after her meeting with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. She was trying to appease the anti-Israel left in the Democratic Party. But Israel's enemies in the Middle East hear a message of U.S. vacillation. The earnest Mr. Blinken seems not to appreciate that U.S. pressure for Israel restraint gives Hezbollah a green light to keep shooting, which makes it harder for Israel to avoid war. On Sunday, Hezbollah launched more rockets. are the two. The non-support of Israel in the West will come to haunt us.
The Dennis Prager Show, live from the Relief Factor Pain-Free Studio.
For anyone with everyday aches and pains, I've got a question. What are you missing out on? Probably a lot. So let me tell you about Relief Factor. Relief Factor is a drug-free daily supplement that helps your body fight pain naturally. It doesn't just mask pain, it helps reduce or even eliminate it. In about 3 weeks, you'll discover what it's like to feel better. Go to relieffactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF and save on your first order. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-511-1551. 800-511-1551.
Dan owed an unbelievable amount of money to the IRS.
I got behind on my taxes. It's a horrible feeling.
He was in denial.
You wanted to act like they didn't exist.
Finally, Dan turned to Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima got me a settlement with the IRS. These people are really people-friendly. It was every bit of a new lease on life for me.
The fast action and the great results made Dan's head spin.
I felt like I was in a dream, but it's real, and I have paperwork to prove it. They got the job done, and life is good.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
If you're worried about what's going to happen with the IRS, stop worrying. Make the call now.
Call 800-965-1433. 800-965-1433. 800-965-1433.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
If you're between 50 and 85 years of age, stay tuned for this very important message. The average funeral is at least over $10,000 to $15,000. Is your family prepared to handle the financial burden after you are gone? Did you know that you may qualify for up to $25,000 in final expense life insurance benefits? These state-approved final expense plans will pay a tax-free benefit to your family after you are gone, regardless of your future age or medical condition. There are no medical exams. Your rates will never increase. Your benefits will never decrease. Don't make the last gift to your family a large funeral bill. Call 800-496-4779 now to lock in your lowest rate or get a free quote at now at 800-496-4779. Prepare for the inevitable and the fact of life. Don't leave your family grieving and worried about paying your debts. Call 800-496-4779. That's 800-496-4779.
With SRN News, I'm John Scott. 2 years after launching an aggressive fight against inflation, and 1 year after leaving its benchmark interest rate at a near quarter-century high, the Federal Reserve expected to signal this week that it will likely reduce borrowing costs as soon as September. Fed rate cuts over time typically lower borrowing costs for such things as mortgages, auto loans, credit cards. Firefighters making progress in the battle against wildfires covering massive areas and leaving a trail of damage in the western U.S. The Park Fire in California has scorched greater than Los Angeles. That was one of more than 100 blazes burning in the U.S. Firefighters increased containment to 12% over the weekend. The Dow is ahead 10 points, and the NASDAQ adding 89. 8:60 a.m. The answer.